Hello, my cross stitch, needlework, needle loving, counted thread, hardanger, plastic canvas, needlepoint, save the stitches, stitchy friends. Welcome to my tour of the 2025 needlework exhibition, counted thread exhibition at the Maryland State Fairgrounds for the 2025 fair season. I went through and filmed to the best of my ability all of the entries for this year's fair. I am now voiceovering all of this, and I have my sidekick Luna Moon here. She is a little pug, and she's going to probably make some snorting noises in the background, so please forgive me and the noises that come through this voiceover. I am so excited to show you all of the entries here. There's a few things I want to say, and then a whole lot more to say. Oh my gosh. Okay, here's a punch needle. Okay, so this is a fair. It's statewide. You are eligible if you live in Maryland or the surrounding states. So that is West Virginia, Delaware, Pennsylvania, to enter into the fair. It actually does not cost anything if you would like to enter into the fair. It's free to enter. However, if you do enter online and use the online software portal to enter ahead of time, that is where they charge you that entry fee. It's actually the fee for the software company and not from the fair itself. I also learned this year from talking to the exhibitor employees that work at the fair. They are employees, I think, 6 weeks of the year through the nonprofit, which is the Maryland State Fair, which is, again, not affiliated with the government at all. It's a nonprofit organization. I learned that it is free to enter. So if you came in same day, walked in and filled out paperwork, you could and entered all of your stuff, it would cost you nothing. But I submit online through their online portal platform, and it's $2 to enter. So those are a couple things to keep in mind. You can enter as many things as you would like, as long as it fits into the category that you're entering and that you are fulfilling all of the rules and obligations. So if you are entering here, so say here, that beautiful canvas here on the box, if you're entering it into the category of, stitched and on a box entry, that you just follow the rules and then you can enter. So look at that canvas. Oh my gosh, there are so many amazing entries this year, and there are entries from children, seniors, first-time stitchers, prolific stitchers who have been submitting for years, really all the things. There is hardanger, there embroidery, stamped cross stitch, counted cross stitch, punch needle embroidery, regular embroidery, canvas work. I mean, if you can do it with needle and thread, punch and thread, canvas, plastic canvas, perforated paper, you can enter. I love that hedgehog there. And the honor system is in effect. So they hope that you have completed the work within the last year, and then you are eligible to submit it for the fair. Oh, look at that parakeet. So pretty. There are a couple other rules, and it's good to just go onto the website and just verify that you are following the rules. Oh, there's that. That's one of my entries, that the deer there, that's from Satsuma Street, and I stitched it on Ada fabric. There's a really pretty biscornu. It was really fun to just go through and see all of the different stitching and the ways people finish things. Cats Love Christmas. I think that's a Lindy Stitches pattern. Really a delight down there. That polar bear, I think that's a hands-on design. They're really all the different things. And there is no real organizational process for how things are displayed here at the fair. They do have specific spots in the hall, like this is the quilt section, this is the crochet section, the baked goods section, the needlework section. But once you get into the needlework section, everything's kind of placed willy-nilly. I am gonna just try my very best to talk through this exhibit and show you all the beautiful stitching. Here's a box finish, Eek Boo Shriek, so precious. Look at this one here, the bunny, and there's the felt applique work on the top there, as well as the buttons and the pins, really lovely. And the judge even wrote how they love the pins, which was really nice. A lot of judges leave feedback. Sometimes you get feedback, sometimes you don't. It really depends on the year and the judge and how many entries that they have. There is a hardanger piece. Oh, look at that ornament, and that is a needle point, and it's under 8 inches, it looks like is the category. Down there's counted cross stitch first place. Tia Hug in a cup, love that finish. There is geisha, I believe that is just embroidery, or it might be crowl embroidery. Welcome to the garden, and it has some really beautiful embellishments. Here, be strong, be yourself, and I don't know what the third one says. Here it looks like black work, and the judge wrote a nice comment on it, and it's in beautiful shades of purples and greens. Here, this down here is gorgeous. It got a first place, and I actually asked the person in charge here if she could hang that up. We secured some hanging things later on, and I helped her hang it up so you could see all the stitching. There, fa la la. And that pear finish, it says believe, really lovely, and it has the felt work leaf there and the stick. Here, the love you there, that is my contribution for the designer stitch, so I did that and finished that. Welcome winter box finish. There is trick or treat box finish and a really cute gingerbread stocking. Here is finished on a pie tin or a quiche tin or little tart tin, the birds. Love this box finish, and that green linen fabric of that cross stitch is gorgeous. There's a berry finish in the boo for Halloween. Hope, joy, love, that looks like it's on perforated paper with beadwork. United we stand, and it's got that pillow finish. Oh, this one's really pretty. I didn't recognize the big pin there, and it looks like a tomato pin. Down below is that cured bacon, and it looks like it has this really neat specialty stitching. Wiener Wonderland, walking in a Wiener Wonderland. Oh my goodness, love it. Down there I see the snowflakes felt applique work. There is, looks like another one of the hands-on design finishes. That box finish though, and that color is so pretty. Here is the finishes on towels, which is actually a category. Here is a pillow finish with the Santa, a bag finish, it looks like a tote bag finish, gorgeous, and a pillowcase finish, it looks like. I could be wrong, and please excuse me to the stitchers if I'm saying what category it is incorrectly. There's baby bib. Now, a lot of these could be entered depending on the category. If they're a senior, they could enter in the senior category, or they could enter in the pillow finish, box finish, that type of thing. So you do have choices with how you are entering your category. Here are some biscornus and some smaller pieces. Down below, it looks like that is the Mill Hill kit of the ponies. Hopefully I'll get back to it with my filming. Embroidery, little Santa there, ice skating with a bunny, a nutcracker on like a tag finish. There is gingerbread, it looks like perforated paper. Here, this first place with the leaves, I believe that's a temperature where every day you stitch the different leaf of the different color of the temperature, but I could be wrong. Look at that small stitching there, beautiful. That's a really pretty piece. I wonder if that's ink circles, I'm not sure, but that like mandala look. Oh, he's so cool, this gnome, and he's got that really cool hat with the jack-o'-lantern look to it. Down below here, gorgeous piece. I believe that was in Just Cross Stitch magazine this last year or two in one of their Halloween issues. And down below there is button and beadwork, gorgeous, and really love that. Here, there's that smitten piece there. I stitched that. It is Bent Creek. I finished it on a wooden heart, and I had a lot of fun with that little finish. Down here, I believe that's a Mirabilia. And then there's another one of the hands-on design sets of the really cute critters, including the puffins, the narwhal, and the walrus. Really pretty. Love those pieces. Oh, this is gorgeous. It's the carousel horses on a really pretty, like a pink Aida cloth. Really nice. Then there's those bags. The Stitcher's Gonna Stitch. I know I've seen a lot of people finish those tote bag finishes. Look at this koi and the embroidery with the gold work. Really lovely. I'm not sure what category, but it's gorgeous. And there, I think that's the Mill Hill kit that came out the last couple of years. I need to verify that. Oh, the stack of the Plum Street Cardinals back there. Love it. Here's the Resolve. I want to say that is Plum Street samplers there. Really nice. There is the pillow, the Santa, looks like stamped cross stitch. Oh, and this right here, there is a really cool explanation of this piece right here.
From the war.
Okay.
They carried this to put their...
Oh, look at that.
See, the men did.
Oh, the men did?
They carried it in the war, okay? So there's
Okay.
another pocket around here on notes.
There's a flag stitched on the back of it.
And then the flag on the back?
And this lady that brought this in, this was her great-great-grandfather.
Okay.
Oh, that is so
That's really cool.
And that, what is, oh, that's thread in here.
What's her name? Deborah
A note.
Rossman.
She's been putting stuff in for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say her name
Where
looks
is that
familiar.
other pocket? I want to show it to you. The thread and
Yeah, you
needle.
did a great job.
I have a question.
Sure.
This is the second one I've done. The second, I did
Oh,
the
Plum
first, the
Street?
Heritage,
Okay.
and then I did,
I love it so much. It was so nice to get an explanation of that piece there, that needlebook piece. It really goes a long way to understand the stitching, because when it's behind the glass like that and you can't touch it, it's hard to see how awesome it is, because I can't unfold it obviously as a visitor, and you don't want everyone touching that, you know. So, you know, it's behind glass, so it was neat that the supervisor was able to talk to us about that. Oh, here, so I'm pointing, that is my Island Ponies. I dyed that fabric and made that kit, but somebody else stitched it, and then they put it in the same case as two of my finishes that I entered into the fair. So I was getting a kick out of it. My kids were like, "Did you stitch the ponies?" I'm like, "Well, I did, but not there." That down there is mine. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. It was a free chart that I stitched up, and then I finished it in a box finish, or not a box finish, a cube finish, excuse me. That sampler got the President's Award. Here are some stamped cross stitch, the Monaco butterflies. Up here, little tiny finishes, the Amish stitching there with the Amish buggy. Here is, it looks like the colonial knots, and then a small little, look at how cute that is. Oh my gosh, that frame, so precious. This piece, look at these specialty stitches, Debbie, it says. And then here in the case, I talked to the supervisor and we moved these pieces around a bit just so you could see the one entry there with the 3 stitches, all 4 all put together. I'm like, we need to move those around. Oh, there's the oyster needlepoint. Love that so much. Grow. And then these 4 got moved later so you can see all 4 of them in their glory and not just crumpled up in the display case. Again, we're all human. We all have limited time, but she was really gracious and moved it around so we can see everything a little bit better as viewers. And then as stitchers, you know, we want our stuff to be displayed the best way possible as well. You know, being thoughtful, obviously, of all the entrants, but, you know, let's showcase all this hard work. Don't cover it up with unnecessarily. There's no reason. So here, look at that little spool finish. Love that with the little crab and the specialty stitches. Really precious. It's really neat to go and see the exhibit to see how people choose to finish their work. You can get ideas for how you can finish your work. You know, hey, I was inspired by a fellow stitcher that did, you know, XYZ. Look at that frog. Oh my gosh, so pretty. So it's just really neat to see how things are stitched, you know, people's design choices. Look at that pretty bag there and the stitching. The Biscornu, and then down here, this kitty cat. This is gorgeous. I believe the stitcher here had another prize-winning piece last year. and just does a fantastic job of displaying their work. And the amount of craftsmanship and creativity and finishing skill is just impeccable. You know, I want to be like that when I grow up. It's really neat to see. Look at that badger, that embroidery there, really gorgeous. And that moth embroidered and looks like gold work down there. We've got plastic canvas coasters. That is Strawberry Fields Forever. Here's a cowboy cross stitch. And up here is a Christmas ornament, penguins. And I like that right there, that ball jar and the cabin. Really, really neat. It's been neat to see all the different ornaments and stuff. I'm like, oh, I want to stitch that. Oh, look at these mixtapes. Love them so much. The cassette tapes. I'm trying to explain to my kids what a cassette tape was and showed them a rotary phone this summer. They're like, what is that? I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh, times are changing. That got the President's Award. That finished there. I love the chimney there of that plastic canvas piece. There, the Rest in Peace Halloween plastic canvas tissue box. I love the tissue box covers. Anytime I find those in the thrift store or antique store, I like to buy them. So I have a little collection of plastic canvas tissue box covers. I know, random, but I love it. Dog Days of Summer. Oh, look at him in front of the fan. That's really precious. And I love the African American Santa there. Oh, I wish I could show you that ice skater, but the ribbon is covering it up. There's that really neat snow globe finish. It looks like, oh my gosh, I don't know what it looks like. It's amazing. Look at her. Isn't that amazing? Oh, wow. That I love these pieces so much. The specialty stitching in there. And we're coming up to, wow, look at those ladies and the beautiful color choices there on the canvas work. Impeccable stitching. Look at all that beautiful stitch work. Just gorgeous. There's a Dalmatian or a doggy and counted cross stitch here. A Psalms reference and pretty. The floral urns. The beat piece there is really pretty. Looks like it is needlepoint. These are gorgeous stockings. Talk about heirloom pieces right there with the beadwork and the specialty stitches. Oh, just wonderful. And I love they even put the rings, and they're the real rings there. The Vicky, all the birds my true love gave to me. Here, this piece, it's a clock, and it's finished impeccably. Beautiful, vibrant colors. The buttons used as the time markers, and just a really beautiful, beautiful piece. I loved seeing that in real life. It's stuff that I never thought I'd ever see, and then you see it, I'm like, whoa, someone did that. That looks like a photograph, and they stitched just the kitty cat there on that green Aida. Here, the beautiful gold work done. Yo, this looks full coverage. The kitty cat, and it won one of the President's Awards. The kitty cat sitting in a seed box, sleeping. If it fits, it sits. There's that beautiful jackrabbit. Cottage Garden Samplings, I believe, is the designer of that jackrabbit. This Go Pig or Go Home. Go Pig or Go Home. Gorgeous. Love that. So sassy. And below that, cross stitch. It looks like sampler, or no, it's needlepoint, excuse me. But the hair, it's the rabbit, looks like it's got the fuzzies. And then the pretty embroidered needlepoint here with the bright colors. Just an amazing assortment of stitching. It's always tea time. Here, the framed piece. Oh, wow. That looks like By the Bay needle art with the beautiful trees and the nautical ships. Absolutely gorgeous. That was one of my favorites to see. I love the nautical and the trees. I mean, it ticks all the boxes for me. This was a full coverage scene. It looked like a photograph, and it got a special award for the Adirondack chairs and that pink sky, either sunset or sunrise. Just impeccable. I'm zooming in as far as I can to show you those stitching, and it is just lovely. There is more of the nautical. Love this piece here. Love it so much with the mermaid. Heard onto the mountain. And look at the beaver and the hedgehog, and they're making s'mores. They got marshmallows on the fire. And I love, there's even the little trailers there, the camping trailers. Here are some more gorgeous needlework. Look at this one, and it's matted really beautifully and professionally framed. There is the princess and the pea, so the princess on the mattresses there. And so we've got that, and then we've got the piggy looking either at shooting stars or fireworks. Really fun. Christmas piece, stocking piece, Kringles with the cutouts there, and inside each of the rooms there of the house for the Kringles. Really precious design. They've got the teddy bears, and then silk and linen. Oh, I love this so much. And there's a nice note from the judges on this. Down below here is a beautiful autumn piece, cross stitch, and then the state fair pies and jams. Really cute. I love seeing state fair stuff, state fair themed at the state fair. Oh, here's another one of that gorgeous, the ladies owls, and then we've got the winter 2025, the red truck, the really pretty birdhouses with the vibrant flowers, another gorgeous stocking. There is the quintessential prairie schooler Santas. Can't leave home without them. Love seeing those. This full coverage here, the page stocking. Look at, I love the tracks of the snow there that they captured. The ships, and looks like black work sampler here, rod and reel pub, cross stitch. Below is, oh my goodness, another full coverage piece, absolutely impeccable. Gorgeous finish. It's really neat to see these in real life, because even on the front of the patterns, you know, it doesn't capture the brilliance. Oh, so here is that gorgeous piece, and I asked the supervisor if they could pull it out of the case so I could see the stitching, and then we commandeered or politely requested some hanging clips from the quilt department, the quilt exhibition, and they helped us so we could hang this up and showcase it in its beauty. Here, beautiful. The smiles, that dragonfly, really lovely. Almost looks like a watercolor, but it's cross stitch. Peter Pan silhouette, and there, that really pretty Noel, and it's got the nice bell pull hanging with the poinsettias. That was really lovely. I'd never seen that chart before. Really pretty. And red sampler here. When black cats prowl and pumpkins gleam, the moon laughs and whispers, 'tis near Halloween. I really like that chart and how it was framed in that green frame. So beautiful. I want to know who the designer is of that chart. I'd love to stitch that. This is full coverage. Beautiful. Another beautiful piece here. The angel stitching behind with the sampler. I mean, so gorgeous. Another full coverage there of the dog, and then another dog sampler, and then puppy dogs below. So kind of put the pups in place all together here at the corner of the exhibit, hung up. And that full coverage piece got another one of the choice awards. This is full coverage as well. Absolutely gorgeous. Full coverage cross stitch, it looks like. Full coverage of the island scene here. So the rule for the Maryland State Fair is it has to have been completed within the year. So you could be working on, so see this beautiful tree here. You could work on this for 10 years, but that last stitch, the that, you know, you finished it within the year that you are submitting it. So that's just something to keep in mind. They're not asking you to start and finish within the year. It's just that finish. Oh, and so one of the supervisors didn't know that that was Lego Star Wars. Like, yeah, those are Lego pieces from the Star Wars movie. Oh, that's what that is. So it's really neat to see these contemporary pop culture stuff next to some more traditional things. The juxtaposition it's really fun. That's a gorgeous mermaid. It looks like Mirabilia, or it might be Bella Philippa. Oh, excuse me, I can't remember her name. The other designer does some beautiful faces. There's a kitty cat, monarch butterfly, Donald and Maureen celebrating 50 years. That is really precious, personalized. Really nice. Here is that. Oh, look at him. What is he stealing over there on that plate? There's Winnie the Pooh, like a birth announcement sampler. And oh, that's really, I love the swans here and that full coverage in that pond there. And looks like a buggy with the wheels. Really beautiful. The unicorn piece there stitched on a really beautiful green fabric. This sampler here is really nice. Deborah's work. She's in Baltimore. She dated it 2025, all finished. Merry Christmas. Here it beautiful. The irises there, the orange and purple irises. Life is a wild ride. Oh my goodness. And then, oh, there's the Friends sampler. How you doing? There's red work embroidery, and again, oh, look at the little fox and all the little animals in there. Really precious. Love that gold frame. And then here, that sampler is so beautiful. Wow, look at the bird there in the center and the flower motif, the border around. So gorgeous. The colors are just phenomenal. Really had a great time looking at all of them. My kids are getting a little older and they're giving me more time to look at the exhibits than in the past. Oh, there are those pieces, the 4 pieces. The supervisor rearranged some stuff. So happy to see it. I saw a lavender and lace piece. It looks like Tiny Town. Look at that Santa. It won one of the special awards. It's got all the beadwork and it's just gorgeous. A lot of these are finished in the museum glass, the conservation glass without the glare. So at first I looked at stuff going, wow, that's not behind glass. And then you get closer like, oh no, it is behind glass. It just doesn't have that glare. So that was really neat to see. So they're birth samplers, pop culture stuff, traditional stuff, a lot of different colors, themes, and oh, here, gorgeous wreath here, and it's got the needle point, and then they finished it onto a wreath, the equestrian fox, and it just a real pleasure to see. I hope this inspires you for your stitching this season. I am recording this. It's December 2025 as I am doing this voiceover. I filmed this back in late August of this year, and I'm already working and prepping and thinking about what I'm going to enter in the fair for 2026. It's great to think about, plan, and get inspired for the upcoming fair season. I would encourage you to look into it if you are a stitcher. It's not about the prize money. For me, it's about sharing the joy of needlework with others. Going and seeing stuff I'd never see in real life if I didn't go to the exhibition. Because even when you walk into a needlework store, if you have the ability to go to a local needlework shop, they don't always have models for everything that you might be interested in. And the fair has a really great variety of stitching. Like, look at that. There's a Nightmare Before Christmas stitch. Amazing. The Lego Star Wars stitch. A Doreen Jones that you might only see in the magazines and not on the wall. So it's so great to go and see this stuff. So I'm Amanda Mae of Ardith Design. I want to give a shout out to a fellow stitcher that stitched my work and contributed to the fair this year. That was so awesome to see, and it really made my day. I wish you nothing but the best. Happy stitching, and remember that you matter and your stitching matters, and get them fair entries going. Take care and happy stitching.
Oh my gosh, look at how cute you babies are. Oh my gosh.